We're in the Catskill Mountains building an NTNS first, a glass house in the trees. But we're doing things a little differently this time. Because the walls will essentially be made of windows, instead of prefabricating them in the shop in Fall City and shipping them out, we're actually building the walls on site. So first we frame them.
167 and 1/8.
Yeah.
And then we square them.
Hey, we're not putting these walls on until later, right, Daryl?
Right now, I mean, they're just like a stack of wood, so they can really shift like this. So we need to make sure we make this thing into a frame. So as we're moving around, it stays square. So when we get up on the deck, we've got square walls that will match up with each other. We're bracing them with a 2x4 on the interior of the wall so that we can put them up there and actually allow us to put the roof on before the siding is on. And the siding is windows. Still getting my head wrapped around that.
Christina has been collecting windows for years. And around here, that's good stuff because there's all kinds of architectural gems. Look at this, a bounty of beautiful old window sashes. Apparently this was something that John bought as an anniversary present because he knew she'd use them in the next greenhouse she built. Very thoughtful. All right, so you can see we're well underway here. So now what I will do is I'm gonna send it through the table saw. And then we're gonna take the biscuit joiner, which is a great tool to put these guys together. Okay, so I gotta do a few things here. First, I'm gonna put my glasses on. This has to be precise. 22 even, perfect.
We figured out the layout of all 4 walls. But some of the windows are slightly too big to fit.
Look at that beautiful wood.
The good news is that's an easy fix when you have a table saw.
We'll have another life for this window.
After we trim down the windows, we need to put them together. So we use a technique called biscuit joining.
Throw a couple biscuits in the middle, and we'll glue those in, and we'll suck this tight.
To biscuit 2 windows together, you first use a special saw called a biscuit or plate joiner, which cuts a semicircle slit into the side of a window frame.
Figuring it out is half the battle.
We then use a biscuit, which is a thin disc of wood, and glue it into the cut slit.
Boom, we're good to go.
Next, you saw another semicircle into the adjacent window and glue the other half of the biscuit into that slit.
I like it.
We finish it off by running some caulking between the seam of the 2 windows, and voila! The 2 windows are attached and sealed up nice and tight to keep the elements out.
I think this treehouse is gonna have more biscuits than a Southern breakfast.
These windows will be ready for installation in no time.
Nice.
Now that all these windows have been biscuited together into large sections, we can basically use them as siding. Wow! We just take each section and screw them onto the frame, and presto bango, window walls. So because the windows are functioning as a wall, we need to put some framing behind the windows, which means we can't open all of them. So I've selected a few that are gonna be cased out so that we can open them and give the treehouse a little bit of breeze.
So we're starting to crank out some of these operable windows that we're gonna have on the walls, and they're gonna mesh in with the wall windows, which are gonna be acting as the siding.
Look how beautiful that is, man. Tell us when we're ready. Oh, we're already ready. Whoa, you're good. There it is. Nice work, dude. We've already installed a gaggle of windows, but we've got thousands to go. Okay, maybe not thousands, but a lot.
So this is the layout of the last wall putting together, and we should be done with this. We'll be dried in, and we'll have a house. Hey guys, last peek. Fits like a glove.
Really, Bestie, nice. All 700 windows are in. Good job.
Henry, you got that?
Now it's time to enclose everything by paneling the ceiling.
We have this under control.
We're using beadboard on the ceiling because it creates these lovely long parallel lines, which actually complements the mosaic of the window walls. Plus, when you're lying back and looking up at that, it has that nice, warm, crafty look that you love.
Last piece that's going in.
Ceiling's done? Nice, guys. Well done.
Good luck, good luck.
Another game, another game.
So Christina has been deeply involved. I mean, we've collaborated throughout. She's seen it, and so now the real reveal is going to be with John, her husband. This is where it's really fun for me, and I know it's fun for Christina too, because he has no idea.
Has he
No,
really not been?
really
he hasn't
not
peeked
seen
or
it.
anything?
In our whole 15 years together, I'm not sure she's kept one secret. But this she has, which is really remarkable.
Let's go see it.
Okay, great.
Three,
3,
2,
2,
1.
1.
No!
Wow, guys,
I know,
Nice work. You like it?
it's gorgeous.
Oh, how about that? How about that?
Look
Isn't
at
that
it.
you? I mean, it's the two of you. I think it's.
Like embodied.
Oh,
That's good. Do you want one too?
no.
The collection of old and broken windows is now the coolest place on this property. How seamlessly it's sort of integrated into the background and the trees. A slam dunk. That's all I can say. It was really incredible.
Beautiful. It's sort of you guys.
That's the best part right there, is just seeing them kind of embrace and go, oh my gosh, look at this little jewel that sits up at the corner of the property.
He did everything, and I just showed up at the end.
Okay, now before we go in, I have to show you this, John.
Wow.
See this intricate stuff?
That's amazing. Some of the windows were red, some were green, some were white, some of the wood was reclaimed from the barn, so that was gray.
They probably all have stories, you know.
Yeah.
Each
They
one
do.
comes from
They
somewhere.
really do.
A quilt is you take a bunch of pieces of fabric from different times in your life and you put them in one blanket, and it's like the memory blanket.
Right, an
Yeah,
heirloom.
You made a memory blanket in the sky.
My thanks.
Let's not let it hit
One,
us.
2, 3. Bum, ba, bum.
Wow. Beautiful.
All of a sudden you're in it, and it's better than you could ever have imagined.
All of our anniversary windows.
Sneeze.
John could spot these things that have been collected over the years right away.
Fireplace?
A fireplace.
There's a fireplace
I
in a
know,
treehouse.
Being able to have a fireplace up in the treehouse, I knew that that was going to really blow his mind, which I think it did.
Holy.
Rattlesnake, right? Insane. I love that cabinet that's full of all of the sort of like taxidermied animals for jewels.
Wow. That's
It
real.
really works.
That rattlesnake is so crazy. I kind of can't get over it.
This is your special place for, you know,
Taking your nap,
Yeah.
relaxing,
And
looking
look,
at the
it moves.
sunset.
Pure relaxation. Very fantastic part of the treehouse is this sofa. And the fact that it's hanging gives it kind of like a swingy quality. I get to lie down there, look out the window,
Look at the fire.
look at the fire, open a book, don't read the book, go to sleep. It's gonna be great. That's the workbench.
That's the workbench
That's
from
where
the
you're gonna do
farmer.
work. Wow.
Right?
Look at
Isn't
that
it beautiful?
view. Holy moly.
and this one opens up too, although you have to kind of
Yep,
climb
yep.
up to get that bolt to slide.
This
Yep.
is gonna be the nicest spot in the summer.
I know.
From that old workbench to the windows, it was incredible. I'm having a hard time believing this is real. It's
Isn't it kind of bananas?
Yeah.
This is just in our
Bananas.
backyard now.
Yeah.
It's bananas.
Totally
It's in our
bananas.
backyard.
It all is based on a greenhouse that she had built, and then having her populate the place with important artifacts. I love it. I mean, I just really think that this treehouse is a window into who she is as a person.
Nice job, man.
How about that?